New Dress to Impress Halloween update is here, and we finally got the highly anticipated Lana lore. And they did not disappoint, as there's a lot to unpack here. Make sure to stick to the end of the video because there are some hints as to what's coming next in the Lana lore update. Also, make sure to follow because we're giving away VIP and game passes when we hit 200k. We start off in this dark forest by a well where we only have 2 minutes to find Lana's house. As we're running through the forest, we hear noises as if something isn't far behind us. When we reach the house, Lana's saying in due time my is his. Am I even me anymore? I took it. It's too late now. He poisoned me. I'm no longer well. Lana is too drained to carry her own items, so we have to get them for her. I think Lana's saying she ate an apple, which changed her, making her soul vulnerable to Agamemnon. We get clarity of this further in the video. What I think is interesting is this Greek Tales book. This solidifies Game Theory's theory about Agamemnon connected to Greek mythology. Lana then says, if they find you, they'll hurt you. Lana's referring to this conjoined creature. I think this creature is Lana's parents. They are the same height as her mom and dad. Lana says, I wonder if I'll be safe there or if he'll follow me. So Agamemnon has been following Lana her whole life and followed her to this hospital. As we're searching through the hospital for pieces of the map, we stumble upon Lana's room where we find a journal. It says, it's been 6 months and I can still feel them crawling inside my stomach. I can never eat or even look at another apple again. Not after what he did to me. I was fooled and I'm ashamed. He's the reason I'm in this wretched place. I want to leave, but I know I can't. I cannot leave until I'm better. I can sense that he's here. They can't see him, but I know he's there, or at least part of him. I think Lana's journal is telling us how she's connected to the creature. Agamemnon tricked Lana into eating an apple that plagued her with this curse. I think by crawling, she means those black tentacles we saw squirming around Lena. I think her parents and doctors think Lana was sick because of cancer when it was actually from this. I wonder what Lana means by part of him is there. Journal entry 2 says, it's been a while. I haven't had access to my journal in 2 months. I was locked in my room for acting out. The nurse said I was unstable and a danger to myself and others. I knew I recognized his name from somewhere. I've been reading my Greek Tales book from back to cover, hoping to find more about him. Who is he and who he was? Maybe it would help me figure out why me? I live in constant paranoia. I'm always wondering, is today the day? I wonder if Lana says she's acting out, she meant throwing furniture. There's a bunch of furniture that looks like it was thrown around by someone really strong. That could also explain why there's so much glass on the ground. Journal entry 3 says, I can see the flowers blooming from my barbed windows. I wish I could smell them. It's been too long. Nurse Julie said I've been making progress and that she's proud of me. I've been growing fond of Nurse Julie, but I'm worried about getting close to her. The whispers grow louder and they tell me horrible things. I feel defeated. I can't stop what's going to happen to her when I leave. He poisons and destroys everything his presence touches. So we finally got introduced to Nurse Julie, and now we know Lana's hearing voices after being poisoned. Journal entry 4 says, my birthday passed and I'm almost an adult now. My parents couldn't make it yet again. They made up the same excuse they always do. It's okay though. I know they're in pain and I know they don't understand me. I hope if I get out of this place, they'll look at me lovingly again. I hate celebrating my birthday now. Somehow, Nurse Julie makes it all better. She even picked me a cake, triple chocolate. I don't understand how someone so young and bright could work at a place like this. The fact that Lana's parents didn't visit her again for her birthday is so sad. They didn't visit because they're scared of what happened to them. They don't want to revert back to the creature. Journal entry 5 says, Nurse Julie started becoming aggressive. I knew this would happen. I knew he would do this. She's turning just like my parents did until he decided to leave them alone. I don't think I'll be here much longer to see the outcome. I don't know whether to be happy or sad about that. In other news, I found some information on him from the hospital library. I think I know why he's doing this. His greed consumes everything. everything. And now innocents like me are paying the price. Okay, so we know Lana's powers have the ability to turn people into these aggressive beings slash monsters. Maybe this is the reason why Lana's parents never visit her, because they were afraid they would turn back into those monsters. Lana must feel so alone. What I think is interesting though is, how is Lana gonna expect the people in Dress to Impress to be nice to her, knowing that she has the ability to make people turn into these creepy monsters that are really mean? Journal entry 6 says, he's using Nurse Julie to taunt me. Some days she's normal, other days she's dazing off. I saw a fly land directly in her eye the other day and she didn't even notice it. He knows I care about her, and he knows I've been researching him. I hope he's scared. I hope he knows that someday I'll figure out a way to stop him. I told Nurse Julie that she needs to leave this place, leaving me along with it, but she refused. She's stubborn just like me. Lana said Nurse Julie was dazing off. Sounds similar to when Lana's doppelganger was dozing off at the nail salon. Nurse Julie never left the hospital, and look at what she's turned into. Journal 7 says, it's finally happening. No, not that. Not yet. I'm being discharged. My body isn't as sick anymore. My mind, well, it's not as clouded as before. My hair finally grew back, and I feel terrible for my parents. They told me not to worry about the hospital fees over the phone, but I could hear the distress in their voices. It's killing them. My sickness was killing them. I packed all my bags. I tried saying goodbye to Julie, but she doesn't recognize me anymore. She's become terribly pale, and she doesn't look like herself. My heart's broken. So basically, Lana was tricked by Agamemnon to eat this poisonous apple that put this creature inside of her. Lana became really sick and ended up going to this hospital. Then the story becomes full circle as we learn Lana's parents were worried about her medical bills, which inclined Lana to work at Dress to Impress. I think Agamemnon is using Lana because she's a pure vessel. I think the reason why Lana says she can sense part of him is because he's partly inside of her, while the rest of him is in a darker place. Maybe he needs a pure vessel like Lana to break out. What was really interesting was Lana has a camera on her desk, and we see some pics from before. It shows Julie looking at the camera while Lana's playing a game, but if you look to the left, there's another Lana. The next pic is a selfie of Lana in bed, and then the picture after is her reaching out to Lana. The picture after that shows her watching over Lana, taking a picture of both of them. And then the final picture is Agamemnon standing in the corner of the room. At first, I thought Lena was the nurse, but Nurse Julie is just someone that got possessed from Lana's powers. I'm still developing my theory as to why there's two Lanas before she started working at Dress to Impress, so make sure to follow for that video. We're introduced to a new Dress to Impress worker named Serena. She tells us there's a full blood moon tonight and we have to help Lana. Serena did confirm the doppelgangers do appear through the portal. In the final showdown, we see the real Lana locked up while the doppelganger Lana guards her with Lena. When Lena starts to talk, we hear the demonic voice. She says, after we save Lana, we find out Lana's not that safe. Agamemnon says, you didn't think that was the end of the story. Make sure to follow because there's so much more to cover here. The song that plays at the end of the final showdown explains a lot about Lena and Agamemnon's lore. I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.